What up, everybody? Y'all know this is your boy Solo Foe, and this is another episode of So What's the Issue? So today I'm going to be talking about child support, and let me start off with my bias towards child support. The way I grew up, it was all the men that was always bashing how child support was used and stuff like that. And when you come up in a household where you see the money clearly doesn't go to the right place, you sit there and tell yourself like, hey, child support ain't really worth whatever. You tell yourself a whole bunch of stuff about child support because you just don't see it used in the right way, basically, whenever you're growing up. But what I have started to learn over the years is child support is one of the bigger things that we need in our community, and I really wish it was a little bit more of a harsh penalty behind people not taking care of their kids. Now, people would say some stuff like, oh, you taking the women's side or whatever. Once I get started, once I actually start picking up in the conversation, they're gonna be like, hey, you taking the women's side a whole bunch. But what it is for me right now is there's so many deadbeat fathers out here that it's ridiculous, and I'm tired of seeing all the deadbeat fathers. And it's like there are way too many single mother households in our neighborhoods and stuff like that. And then I really look around with my homeboys, the people that I know, stuff like that. Like my main homeboys, all of them take care of their kids, so I got mad respect for them. But the rest of the people that I see that I've been around and stuff like that throughout life, I look at them and I'm like, dog, how are you not taking care of your kids? Like, what is it about you that don't want to go and be with your child? So looking back and just talking to them and just being around certain people and stuff like that, back in the day, it was a whole bunch of, that female this, that female that. Nah, because I ain't giving that B nothing because all she gonna do is go spend it on this, and I ain't giving that B nothing because all she gonna do is go spend it on that. And, at one point in time, I was like, hey, that is really true. Like, hey, people do a whole bunch of spending money on a whole bunch of shit that they ain't supposed to do whenever they got kids. But this is the thing that I've realized now that I'm a little bit older. I'm not saying that they deserve to, but they a little bit more deserving of to do that than what you griping about it is. So you are right for bringing up the point. I will say you are making a point by saying they spend it on the wrong thing. But this is the thing. You're not doing anything at all. You telling the woman that she's got to go take care of the kids, she's got to go provide for the kids, day, night, picking them up from school, getting them off the bus stop, changing Pampers, everything that she's got to do, finding babysitters while she goes and does whatever she does. So, you making women do all of these things and then acting like they're not supposed to reward themselves in some type of way. And I'm not saying it because this is my thing. Everybody uses their money on everything that they're not supposed to in our community. So you just the pot calling the kettle black in my eyes. So that's what I learned over these years. I learned that, hey, just because the man is on the side talking about, hey, all I know this female ain't going to do nothing but go spend this money on this and go spend this money on that. I know, like, over the years, this is all I've seen is a whole bunch of that. And like I said, I've learned now that men are still in the wrong for having that point of view. They're right for the point of view, but everybody's wrong in the point of view because ain't none of y'all really using the money in the right way. So my father used to beat up on my mother verbally, with me, basically, not, together. But he would come to me and be like, oh, nah, because your mama ain't going to do nothing but sell the shoes I get you, so I ain't going to get you no shoes. Like, so you going to make me, the person that needs the actual items, suffer because my mother does something else, something outside of what you like. So this is my thing to my father. If I could ever talk to my father, me and my father ain't on good terms. And it ain't because of all of this that I'm talking about, but me and my father, we're not on good terms. But this is the one thing that I would say to my father in a scenario. So you telling me that you don't want to buy clothes, you don't want to send food over to my house because what my mother is going to turn around and do. What are you saying? My mother's going to turn around and sell the shoes, sell the clothes, sell the food. You saying that that's what my mother's going to do. So let me ask you as a man why you don't come and get your child. If you feel like the house is that radioactive, if you feel like the house is that unstable, why not find a better living situation for me, a la you? Since you think you can do better than my mother, since you so disappointed or angry that you don't want to help me do things for me because of my mother, why not step up to the plate and do the shit yourself? See, Men got a whole bunch of games they like to play, and I realize now, looking back, this is mind games that people play. People like to sit there and dance around what the next person's not doing, but don't like to acknowledge what they're not doing. So I don't know. I've seen a lot of I never understood the whole I'm not gonna take care of my child because I got beef with my baby mama. What does that mean? Can any man in the world tell me what that means? You're not gonna take care of your child because you have altercations or beef with your baby mama. You should have chose a different baby mother. You should have chose a better baby mother. So now that you in this situation where you got a shit baby mother or not a good baby mother, now you don't want nothing to do with the situation because it's too much of a problem. Y'all should have done that beforehand, but now that there's a child in the middle, now you want to step away from the situation. And I've never understood why people always get to the point of where they're trying to stop a relationship altogether because of a child. So, one thing I will say, when you talk about celebrities and their cases, we can do a whole bunch of child support this and a whole bunch of child support that, because I agree with certain people saying like, hey, no baby deserves $200,000 a month for child support. Like, I understand people saying that, but y'all got to understand, y'all broke. Y'all ain't making $40,000+ a year. So you talking about what the next rich person is doing with child support don't apply to you. It has nothing at all in the world to do with you. Let's talk about you as a man. If you going out here and putting babies in every female that you come across, and now you got all of these females and all of these babies you can't take care of, guess what, nigga? That's your fault. Now it's time for you to step up as a man and go do the bare minimum of working 2 jobs, especially if you're the one that's just paying child support. You need to be working 2 jobs to have these kids that you keep on producing taken care of, because all y'all really want to do is be like, hey, I got my kids. What are you doing for your children? Not just you got your kids, not that you just bring your kids over your house. What are you actually doing for your children is a big question that I have for a lot of people in our community. Like, the bus don't just stop with you doing certain things. The mother has a lot of things that she needs to do as well. So yes, from time to time, and like I said, this is the thing that I didn't agree with when I was younger. I did see the females in our community go out and go get their hair done, nails done with the little not social security check, the child support check. I used to see them do all of that. So mentally, I was telling myself, hey, that's a child support check. That's not where that money goes. But I can see now as an adult looking back, like, actually it does make sense that a female would want to go get her hair done. She would want to go look nice from time to time because she's bearing the responsibility of upbringing kids. And now everybody has responsibility and accountability in this matter. So I don't want to take one's accountability off the table, because that's what I see people do when they take sides. They take accountability off of one person because they want to agree with the one person. And usually, if you're friends with the baby mama, you're always going to take the baby mama side. If you're friends with the baby daddy, you're going to always take the baby daddy side. What I want everybody to realize, hey, let's all take a step back and realize both of these fuckers are wrong. I mean, everybody's wrong in the situation. You really brought a child into a situation where you actually didn't really even want this situation, where people really get into these situations where they're gonna let the situation go a month down the line, 2 months down the line. I don't know how many times I've seen it in our community where people have these babies and then a month, 2 months later, it's like the relationship's done. It's like, hey, y'all was just going to war for each other the last 4 months, the last 3 months. A lot of y'all don't even really be in a relationship long enough to know that y'all gonna dislike the person that you're dealing with in the first place, because y'all so worried about sex. Y'all so enamored by sex and so ready to get in bed with each other. And I get it, because I mean, I've had my one night flings, I've had my one night stands and shit like that. But this is the thing. you got to be prepared for everything that you do. That's the reason why I don't have kids right now, because at this point in time, I'm personally not ready for that responsibility. So y'all can keep doing the whole Tony, you'll have kids so you can understand. I know I'm not ready. Y'all are the ones that didn't know y'all weren't ready. Now it's time for y'all to fast track yourself into being ready. There was a situation that I seen. I'm trying to remember the situation, but I can't get stuck too long. I'm trying to remember the situation. I can't remember how it went, but one female that I know, she has a deadbeat baby father that she claims that she doesn't really understand where the things went wrong, because it just kind of went wrong out of nowhere. And they had been together for a while and different things like that. And she's just like, she's really, completely stunned by the situation. So I get that some situations there is people that 360-day life or 180-day life and completely become a brand new person. But that's not all the situations. I want a lot of y'all to actually start taking accountability to say that y'all actually only knew the person slightly when y'all had a baby. Where is the accountability in that? Like, you being a single mother, you being a single father, I'm not saying that you brought it upon yourself, because it's never your fault that the next person won't handle their responsibility, but it is your fault that you decided to have a baby within the first 2-3 months of knowing somebody. You didn't give yourself time to learn what you disliked, hated, whatever, if they even liked you in that type of way. So yes, when it comes down to it, yes, it is your fault for choosing the wrong person. Everybody can't have the person changed out of the blue. Was it the person changed out of the blue, or was it that you didn't give yourself enough time to know the person? Or was you forcing a relationship that you knew kind of wouldn't work in the back of your mind, but because you had already given your love up, because you had already given your sex up, that you wanted an extra fight for the relationship? I know it's a lot of that situation and people don't want to come out and admit it, but to yourself in your mind, when you hear this, you're going to know that I'm talking about you. You're going to know that, oh, you know what, he is right. Like that one time I was dealing with my baby daddy, I just knew it wasn't going to work, but that ain't here nor there. Men, it is time for us as a race to start stepping up more and raising our kids. It's easy to raise your kids. Take your kids around the things that you like. Show your kids basketball. Show your kids football. Show your kids something that you are interested in, rather than just sitting around in a house with your kids or letting your baby mama raise your kids. It is so easy for you to take part in a child's life. A child wants anything to do. Take your kid anywhere to go do anything. I don't understand the whole leaving cut and dry. Like, that's the reason why I'm being real honest with everybody. That's the reason why I don't know how to attack men the way I know how to attack women. Because yes, what men are doing is way worse than what women are doing. I can agree with that so much, that what men are doing is so much more egregious and so much more wrong, but I can't judge nothing. There's nothing for me to judge from. With women, I see women neglect their kids. I see women go chase after niggas over actually spending time with their kids. I see women sitting around on the government assistance and shit like that and not actually trying to go make a difference. I see women doing bad. So it's easier for me to judge a woman doing bad. And I know it's wrong. I'm telling y'all, I know it's wrong before y'all attack me. But it's so hard to judge a man, because what are they doing besides nothing? And all I can say is y'all some pieces of shit. How could you have a child and then leave your child out here just to fend for themselves? I can't get it. I'm not a part of that circle. I can never be a part of that circle. So I can't comprehend somebody saying at this point in time, nah, I can't do nothing for my child because I dislike the baby mother. I can't comprehend that. I can't attack that, because what is it to attack besides saying y'all some pieces of shit? Like, I'm really sorry, women, if it feels like I'm bearing down, but all I can say is I was raised by a woman. I see women with their kids, but I don't see women taking care of their kids. So it, like I said, it is hard for me to actually step outside of this box that my mind is in. And I know it sounds like a cop out, but I don't mean to cop out. Like, I am tired of the men in our community. Like, that's just the most 100 thing I can say. Like, I really wouldn't know what else to say on that matter. But I wish that we could come together and I have a discussion with women like, hey, I can tell you which niggas ain't gonna work out for you. I could really, I don't know why it's the same build of guy that these females keep wanting to chase after, and that's the behooving thing to me. Like, I get that you like Tyrone, I get that you like Darius, I get that you like DeMarcus, I get that you like these guys, but at the same time, it's the same build of dude that you chose last time in the same body. You choosing the same nigga that's gonna do the same thing, and it's like, hey, why can't y'all see the signs? Like, it's clearly there. You talking about niggas that dope deal. Niggas that dope deal got too many options to just singly be with you. You might find one lucky break with a dope dealer that actually wants to singularly be with you. But what happens that one time that dope dealer is like, hey, dog, it's shit, that female over there got an ass, dog, and I swerve her every day. Like, he's going to buckle at some point in time. Not everybody, but most of them are going to buckle. So it's like, y'all keep choosing these same type of hood niggas. Like, oh yeah, I like hood niggas. I like this, and that. And I seen a post the other day that was like, hey, my child's gonna be a gangbanger because my baby daddy's a gangbanger, and he's trying to do. Why choose a gangbanger as your baby father? Like, this is the thing. Like, you know the risk that you're taking when you're dealing with gangbangers. You just know it. Like, niggas that go to the club, you know what type of niggas are in the club. I'm not saying 100% of the people in the club or the niggas that are gangbanging or whatever are not trying to be monogamous, but it's the same build of person every single time. It's like, you're going to get a deadbeat out of this dude. Like, you're going to. Why won't females actually, and I'm just really, like, I'm passionate about this. Why won't females actually step out the box for once? Like, why not go find the guy that's actually trying to go make better for himself? The guy that's actually saying, hey, I'm about to go to the military. Like, the guy that's in high school talking about, hey, yeah, you know, I'm going to join the reserves. I'm going to join the military, because that guy's about to get you out the hood. Go find somebody that likes anime. I'm not saying all anime guys are monogamous or whatnot, but most of them are. Go get you a dweeb. Go get you a nerd that's going to be happy that you throwing any type of cat on him. And he's going to be happy. He's going to do everything to take care of you. Like, y'all keep choosing this same build of dude, this whole gangster, this whole whatever type of nigga that y'all like. Of course, these niggas are going to turn out. Y'all ain't asked y'all aunties. Y'all ain't asked y'all mamas. Y'all ain't asked y'all sisters. Y'all ain't asked y'all cousins how this whole dope dealer thing is going to work out. This real nigga build that y'all want is going to work out. Like, they have the same type of baby daddies. Every single trait that these other niggas got, they boxed in. It's real simple to see that these niggas are the same. Which niggas are the same? You can find them. It's real simple for y'all. Most are attached to what's bad for them. Yeah, and that's the thing. So I'm not saying that it's not the men's fault, because it definitely 100% is the men's fault. But when it comes down to it, it's like, hey, it's kind of your fault for keep going after the same type of build of dude and then ending up with the same type of results. And I hate that for y'all, because I understand that the thing that I understand that the thing that flatter you is the thing that flatters you. The thing that gets you going is the thing that gets you going. I understand that you like this type. But when this type turns around and does the same thing that this type has always done, how can you always be mad at the results and not any on yourself? And I'm not telling you to take 100% accountability in who you sleep with. But women, if I said without you knowing who the person is, if I asked y'all simply, does a woman have accountability in who she lays down with? Not they don't listen to the mamas, aunties. Yeah, and that I can 100% agree with that. And it's like, hey, at some point in time, we're gonna have to teach and have to learn, listen to learn. I tell you, that's one of the biggest things that I wish I could teach people to do. Listen to learn instead of listening to react or say something back. Because when somebody tells you like, hey, that dude ain't gonna work out with you, She's probably right. And let me give you one example real quick because I'm about to run out of time. At one point in time, a female's mother, I'm telling y'all a personal story. A female's mother that I was dealing with, we was tied onto each other. We was latched onto each other. Her mother came out and told her that I wasn't the dude for her. She came out and she called me joke. She called me a lot of stuff behind my back and a whole bunch of things. And I'll tell you this, she was right. At that point in time, she was right. But you know what happened to me after that girl broke up with me? I told myself, hell no, I ain't about to be the nigga that just goes out here and feel. I'm about to make this female regret leaving me. I'm ready to make you regret I'm about to make you regret even thinking about listening to what your mama said, because she ain't even gave me a chance at life. But I'll tell you this, if we probably would have continued that relationship, I probably would be in the same scenario doing the same thing that other niggas do, because that situation unlocked my mind to a whole nother level because became real driven. That's the reason why y'all see the solo foe that y'all see here today, because I got driven by a woman's mother saying that I was a clown, that I was a joke, this, and that. And she broke up my relationship that I had with somebody, and it hurt me so bad. I went into a whole depression spill. I went into everything, and it took me some time to get back up on my feet because I was like, man, I gotta prove myself. I gotta go out here and smash as many females that I possibly can, this, and that. But then I became motivated. I started getting on my shit. So I'm not saying that people can't grow, but y'all gotta stop holding niggas down. Stop holding niggas down. Y'all, this build of guy, the build of guy that I once used to be, it don't work. It don't work. It's not it. You gotta find something different for your baby daddy if you want actual success, so you don't have to cry and complain about how you're a single mother out here. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate the comments, Rose. I really do. But this has been Solo Foe, and this has been So What's the Issue. If y'all like the topic, I'll run it back for y'all again with some other perspectives. But this is the first time I did this topic fresh off my head, and I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all.